Welcome to TryPod Trivia Night. I'm Jacob Wynn. Thank you for joining me to this weekly sports quiz. You're going to get a chance to test your knowledge, pick up some pub ammo, and have a bit of fun in 5 rounds, all under 30 minutes. It's a brand new show. Hope you guys will enjoy it with me this off-season. Not tipping or punting related, but I just know so many of us are lovers of sport in general. So I put together this quiz that I want to run live every week and interact with you. You can also listen as a podcast. I guess if it's a podcast, you can pause it and give yourself as much time to think of the answers as you want. If you're live, it's rapid fire. You're going to see the questions written on the screen if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, but I am also live. Hello to everyone on Instagram. And you can answer any way you like. You can answer in the comments. You can answer good old-fashioned pen and paper. Just answer out loud. Test yourself. It's going to be pretty easy to score. I think you'll understand how it works as we go along. But basically 5 different rounds, different topics each week. And you can add up your score and see how you go. We are here thanks to our bookie buddy, Top Sport, our favorite Aussie-owned bookie. As I said, I'll explain more as we get a lot into the show. So let's just get stuck into it. So round 1 is how many, and question 1, and I see the comments coming through. How many Grand Slams did Roger Federer win? He has now retired from singles. How many Grand Slams did he win? He won an even 20 Grand Slams. Let me check the comments. I see 23 there. I see 17. So how'd you go in that one, guys? So that's question 1 of 5 from the first round. So that would be worth 1 point, of course. He's got the 3rd most ever, Nadal 22, and Djokovic still going with 24. Let's go to the next question. How many Olympic gold medals did Usain Bolt win? Now, I've got an asterisk here. I'm going to ask you, how many did he officially win? And if you know, you know. I'll explain why shortly. But how many Olympic gold medals do you reckon Usain Bolt won in his career? And the answer is 8. And I've got an asterisk there because, of course, he won everything he competed in. So he won the 100 meters 3 times, Beijing, London, Rio. He won the 200 meters 3 times, Beijing, London, Rio. And Jamaica won the 4x100 all 3 times. But 9 years after winning gold at Beijing, they got stripped of the relay gold because his teammate, Nesta Carter, used a banned substance that they found years later. So I just think, what a travesty that is, that someone else could have slotted in. Jamaica still wins the gold, and you take away a gold from one of the greatest athletes to ever do it. So in the record books, Usain Bolt only has 8 gold medals. I say only. Let's have a look at these comments. We've got 5, 6, 7, 11. I don't see anyone with 8. There you go. Newcastle Knights got 8. And a controversial comment there about the Jamaican sprinters. Let's move to question 3. Again, I don't know how hard these questions are going to be. I think some people, if it's your topic, you'll know it easy. But the interesting thing will be to see how many you know overall. And it's pretty vast range of questions. But a lot of you are footy fans. Here's a rugby league question. How many times did Wally Lewis win man of the match in State of Origin? I will tell you, he played Origin 31 times. You should know. He was known as the king. Some guesses are flying through. Give you that tiny bit more thinking music. Feel like true footy fans know this one. A record 8 times Wally Lewis was man of the match. But as I see the comments, 3, 5, 2, 12, 6, 9, 13, no clue. Maybe I made these questions too hard. But the beauty of this quiz, I hope, is that you're going to pick up some interesting facts and pub ammo along the way. And I encourage you guys to send this quiz to your friends, challenge them, see how they go compared to you as well. There will be chances to win some prizes a little bit later too. Question 4. This could be a tougher one. Well, we had the Women's World Cup in Australia earlier this year, so it's kind of topical. How many countries have won the Women's World Cup and the Men's World Cup? So have a think about that. You may not know exactly, but you can kind of think. Most people would have a rough idea of which countries have won a Men's World Cup, and then try to think how many would overlap with countries that would have won the Women's World Cup. You may just want to have a guess, but all you got to do to get the point for this question is hit that correct number. Which I can see in the comments, Simo has nailed. It is 3. I see someone commented Germany and Spain. So the Women's World Cup's only been running since 91. There's been 9 Women's World Cups. So if I told you there was 9, how many would you think overlapped? It is, in fact, 3. Germany and Spain. Spain most recently winning in Australia earlier this year. Germany, 4-time men's winners, have won the women's twice. And Brazil, who have won the men's 5 times, have also won the women's once. So that makes 3. Germany, Brazil, and Spain. Last question for round 1. Sorry, I should put the answer up on the screen officially. There you go. 3. As I said, maybe even better if you're watching this with graphics. But if you're listening to this as a podcast, please reach out to me. Let me know how you found this. It's just a new idea, but hopefully people can have a bit of fun with me. Question 5, how many games, of course, all this round was how many questions. So how many games are played by every MLB team in the regular season? This could be pretty tough. But if you're a baseball fan, I think you'll know it. The World Series are on at the moment. Okay, curious to see, and I see multiple people nailing it in the comments. And I'm, you grade yourself, so you decide how harsh you want to be. But I'm going to say if you get within 2 of this, I'm going to give it to you. But I can see some people have hit it on the head there. Blake, well done to you. Aaron, 162 is the answer. So they play baseball from April to October, then playoffs as well on top. I just wonder if you support a team that plays 162 games in the regular season, do you care that much if they win or lose? 81 home, 81 away. It seems like way too many games. They play like 5 days straight. They'll play a game if a team is visiting that city. So there you go. That was round 1. How many? And now I ask you guys, how did you go? How many did you score? So if you got none of them, you got 0. If you nailed them all, you're on 5 already. So you can keep your tally. It's just going to be a score out of 25 each week. And I'm curious to see how everyone goes. Let's move to round 2. And in round 2, you're just going to need to name 5. So it's going to be one category, and you've just got to come up with 5 answers for that category. Now, often there's going to be more than 5 answers, but the max score you get is 5. Can you come up with 5? And tonight we're doing Rugby League Immortals. So the clock is ticking right now, whether you're saying them out loud, whether you're commenting, writing in your notes on your phone or pen and paper, you need to come up with 5. I'm not going to give you negatives if you get any wrong, but I'm interested to see how many people can name 5 Rugby League Immortals. Now, if you're a true guru of the NRL, maybe you can name all of them. In fact, I'll tell you, there are 13 Immortals. They named the first 4 in 1981. Added another 2 in 99. This was initiated by Rugby League Week, but now it's officially been taken over by the NRL. There was another named in 2003, another in 2012, and 5 more were named in 2018. So no penalty for incorrect guesses. Can you come up with 5? I can see the comments are flying through, but I'm not putting any comments on the screen until after I reveal the answer. So if you're in amongst it trying to beat the others, you might see other comments on whatever platform you're commenting on. But obviously, I don't want to put any spoilers up there. So just give you guys a few more moments. Let me put on a little thinking music to come up with as many Rugby League Immortals as you can. Hello to everyone on Instagram. Again, if you want to see all the graphics and hear the music and sound effects properly, I do suggest jumping on YouTube or Facebook, and you've got a chance to win prizes. In fact, next round is going to be the major prize draw. Okay, guys, I'm going to name them now, but I can see plenty of people have put them in the comments. So I think a few of you guys knew these ones in order that they were named immortals, we have Clive Churchill, Bob Fulton, Reg Gasnier, John Raper. Those are the first four, I believe. Langlands and Wally Lewis in 99, Arthur Beetson in 2003, Andrew Johns in 2012, and the latest five, Mal Meninga, Dally Messenger, Norm Proven, Dave Brown, and Frank Burge. So how'd you go there? That was the whole round. So you either scored anywhere from 0 to 5 again. So even if you knew 6 or more, your max score for that round is 5. I'd love to know how you guys went. So you can comment your score for that round as well. So now you can add it up. With 2 rounds in, we've got 3 more to go. So your score now is anywhere from 0 to 10. Which brings us to round 3, which is Who Am I? I'm going to give you 5 clues. To get 5 points, you've got to name the person after the first clue. For every additional clue it takes you, you're going to get 1 less point. So if you need the second clue, it's a 4 points. Third clue, 3 points. If you get all the way down to the 5th clue, you still get 1 point. If you can't name them after 5 clues, 0 points. But there's no penalty for being wrong. You just get 1 guess per clue. Additionally, we've got a major prize draw. That is thanks to Toppy. And we are going to have tickets to Magic Round. We're going to have a jersey of your choice. I'm going to throw in some of the limited edition TryPod merch. We're going to put someone in the major prize draw every week. And it is going to be the first person who comments the correct answer in the chat or live right now. So the first correct comment that I see pop up, I might not put it on the screen instantly, but if you want to have a crack, the first person correct will go into the major prize draw. We'll throw someone in every week, and then we'll draw out the prizes for the season finale. And that is thanks to Toppy, who have got the best same game multi-calculator on the market. So if you are naming 5 legs in your NBA or your NFL, I suggest that plugging them into Toppy is going to give you the best price you're going to find. Thanks again to Toppy for bringing us this show and for these prizes. All right, are you ready for clue number 1? Clue number 1, who am I? My name is the name title of a video game. So you can have a crack. And 5 points if you can get it with just that 1 clue. And the first correct comment is going to be in the major prize draw. But let's move to the second clue. The second clue, I won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in 1998. And that was, well, I wonder if anyone knows, but that was in Kuala Lumpur. If you get it now, you got 4 points. Third clue, I have scored the most ever tries at the Rugby World Cup. Hopefully it's getting easier. And you get 1 guess per question. Clue number 4 is that when I played, I was a whopping 6'4" and 120 kilograms. I'm sure some of you guys nailed this early, and maybe others, it's coming to you right now. The final clue is still 1 point up for grabs if you can get this person after clue number 5, which is I played 73 tests for New Zealand. Now let me have a little look at the comments. I'm curious to see if people nailed it. Tiger Woods, Mario, Madden, Tony Hawk. Oh, John Madden, of course, the video game. Tony Hawk, yeah. Sean White, good guesses. And then Jonah Lomu. Someone did have that there, Facebook user. And Nate L. Lomu. So video game could have been several players. Com games, he was playing rugby sevens. So again, that was a tough one. But you got to keep people guessing early. And I said he had the most ever tried at the World Cup. That was equal with Brian Habana. He had 15 Rugby World Cup tries, including 8 in one tournament, which is also an equal record. And lastly, I'll just say, yeah, what a phenomenal athlete he was. Rest in peace, John Olomu. Round 4. So, sorry, after round 3, you add your score, however many points you got. And again, let us know how you're going in the comments. I'm interested to see what some of the highest scores are so far. You could have anywhere from 0, but hopefully you got more than that, up to 15 points right now. And the topic for round 4 is three-peats. So we just witnessed the Penrith Panthers win 3 NRL competitions in a row. When was this last done in rugby league? It was the New South Wales Rugby League. To get the question right, you've got to name the team and the years. Let me know if I'm giving you guys enough time. I think we're flying. We're going to be even under 30 minutes tonight, but that's all right. Quick game's a good game. I'm sure plenty of people got that. Although Keegan, and again, if I get these wrong, it's my research. That's on me. And I know this fella knows his league. And I wasn't alive at the time, but I believe it was Parramatta 1981 to 83. Keegan says 84, 85, 86 Eels. So let us know in the comments. Have I got that right? Is it Eels 81 to 83? I know it was the Eels of the 80s, early 80s. And I believe that's what I double-checked and had it as. We'll get fact-checked on this type of show for sure. Anyway, let's move to question 2. We're still on the topic of three-peats. When was a three-peat most recently achieved in the NBA? Who did it and what years? It was the LA Lakers from 2000 to 2002. One person, Nate, had Golden State Warriors. Golden State did win 2 in a row. And we're also in the finals either side of that. Where did Golden State? 2017 and 18. Blew the 3-1 lead in 2016. Lakers, no, Lakers didn't win 8, 9, 10 because Boston had a title in 2008. So it is back the Kobe again. Rest in peace, Kobe, and of course, alongside Shaq, they won it 2000, 2001, 2002. So that was after the Chicago Bulls, who won 3 in a row on 2 different occasions in the 90s. Question 3. When was it most recently done, a three-peat that is, in the AFL? So who remembers the AFL? Can see a couple people got the Lakers right. 2000 to 2002. Now in the AFL, few people, and I think even in my mind, I thought it was the Lions, but I can see some correct comments there as well. It was the Hawthorn Hawks, 2013, 14, and 15 won the AFL flag. The Lions did do it in 01, 02, and 03, but most recent, as Trubbish says, Essendon did it 83, 84, 85. And Keegan did comment that he was wrong with the league, so that it is correct. The Eels did it 81, 82, and 83. So who knows their three-peats? Let's move on. Which sport are we going next? Super Rugby. Which team most recently won 3 Super Rugby comps in a row? And when? Now, this could be tougher because I don't know how many people follow the Super Rugby closely these days. Maybe you can guess the team and maybe you give yourself a point for just getting the team. But if you are looking for the team and year, that is the Canterbury Crusaders, 2017 to 2019. And what's kind of crazy about that is not only did they win it 17, 18, and 19, the 2020 season was called off for COVID, so they didn't get a chance to win the 4th in a row. And then it's been a local comp since then. And I think they've won the last 2 local comps as well of just New Zealand clubs. Or sorry, combined with Australia, they've won as well. 22 and 23. So pretty dominant side there. Lastly, which was the most recent team to win the English Premier League 3 times? Who knows this one? I can tell you it's pretty recent, so it shouldn't be hard to get this one wrong. Well done to Mitch. He's got Man City, and they won it a few months ago. 2021 to 2023. They've won the last 3 Premier Leagues. They are like Penrith. They're still going. They got a chance to make it 4. Big Ange and his men will have something to say about that. It's no Simo. It's not Manchester United, but Man United certainly have won 3 in a row in recent memory. But Man City, they've been very dominant in the EPL, and they've won the last 3 on the trot. We've just got one more round to go, guys. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Let's bring it up. Final round. Again, sorry, the score, of course, in three-peats was you can get anywhere from 0 to 5, which means your total score would now be anywhere from 0 to 20. Is anyone near 20? Right, we'll move to the final round. I've got 5 questions, and the final round of the show will always be results from the last 7 days. So I guess if you discover this pod or this show many months or years down the track, you might still have fun playing. When it comes to the final round, it could be hard because it's a little bit more topical. Maybe you just cut it off and score yourself out of 20. But of course, if you're watching live right now, let's see if you've been paying attention and how much you know about the world of sport from the last 7 days. If you're paying attention to Top Odds in the spring and you do like your horse racing, the best product on the market for Group 1s is Toppy's Best of the Best Premium. Check that out. And the first question is a horse racing question. Who won the 2023 Cox Plate? And I can see a bunch of people have the correct answer in the comments. Again, probably one where you don't need too long to think. You either know it or you don't. It was Romantic Warrior. Only just. Photo finish. I see someone, someone commented beat Mr. Brightside. So plenty of people, well done to you. Simo, Mitch, Colt, Trubbish, Sean, and an unknown mysterious Facebook user. They all had Romantic Warrior. Next question. We saw South Africa crowned back-to-back Rugby World Cup champions. They beat New Zealand in France 12-11. But my question is, how many times have New Zealand won the Rugby World Cup in their history? And plenty of people nailing that one as well. New Zealand have won it 3 times. 87, the first ever Rugby World Cup, and then they did win back-to-back 2011 and 2015. South Africa, though, just won their 4th Rugby World Cup. And as I said, 2nd in a row. So they'll be going for a 3-peat in 2027 when the tournament comes down under. We just got a couple more questions to go, guys. Also topical because the 2023 Ballon d'Or winner was just announced, and I'm kind of giving it away the way I'm going to ask this question. I want to know who won it and how many has this player now won in his career. And I see a bunch of people nailing this very quickly as well. Simo, Nate, Cameron. Lionel Messi just won his 8th Ballon d'Or, which is the best player for the 22-23 season. And we had a World Cup in between, which is obviously weighted pretty heavily. A bit of controversy around this award. I mean, Messi won the World Cup, cemented his status maybe as the best ever for a lot of people. He won the Golden Ball, which is best player at the World Cup. You can only win that award once every 4 years. Did he do enough in the rest of the season to be the best player on the planet and have the best season? I mean, he's set the MLS on fire, but didn't do a lot for PSG. And you look at what Haaland did, and you might be wondering, what more could he have done? But I did think it was interesting in the Ballon d'Or voting. I think 5 of the top 10 were Man City players. So maybe they're saying Man City was just so stacked and not all the credit goes to Haaland. anyway, whether or not he deserved it, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Messi has won the award on his own more than any other country combined. And it was a European players only award for like 40 years. And no country has that many awards total. We've got the ICC, or should I say the Cricket World Cup going on in India at the moment, and there have been a bunch of records. And recently, on the weekend, we had the highest scoring match in ICC World Cup history. Who was it between? Which two countries played? Well done, guys. Can see plenty of people nailing that one as well. Cameron, Simo, Mitchell, Australia and New Zealand. Australia set 388. New Zealand got close, 383. So that was 771 total runs. And it's interesting because a bunch of kind of run scoring records have been set at this tournament. The highest ever score was at this tournament a few days ago. South Africa, 428 they put up against Sri Lanka. The highest ever winning margin in the history of the World Cup was Australia a few days ago, beating the Netherlands. Australia beat the Netherlands by 309 runs. The highest ever successful run chase was at this tournament too. Pakistan chased 345 against Sri Lanka. So is it the conditions? Is it the modern evolution of the game that all come off playing 2020s? There's been a run fest, that's for sure. Last question for the night. Who won the Battle of the Baddest? This took place on the weekend over in Saudi Arabia. And correct, the absolute, it was Tyson Fury. So in this, it was a boxing bout, crossover between the reigning heavyweight champion of the world in boxing against the former UFC heavyweight champion. And look, Tyson Fury won, split decision. Sean says Fury robbed Ngannou because it's another controversial one. A lot of people will tell you that Francis Ngannou, who never had a professional boxing bout, was the true winner, but the Gypsy King did get it by split decision. Anyone who watched it, and I can already see the comments coming through, you tell me who really won. But to get the point, the final point of the night, because of course Ngannou had the knockdown as well. But I digress. To get the final point of the night, you had to know Tyson Fury. And that's going to do it. That was the first ever TryPod Trivia Night. So again, that final round, last 7 days, you could score anywhere from 0 to 5, which would bring your score from anywhere from 0, if you had a goose egg all night, up to a max score of 25. Let me know in the comments, guys, did you enjoy this? But also, what did you score out of 25 roughly? Or were you keeping your score? If you scored anywhere from 23 to 25, I am going to tell you, you are GOAT status for sports trivia. If you're 20 to 22, that's still all-star status. 15 to 20 is still quality. 10 to 15 is a challenger. And 0 to 10, you can up your game a little bit. I'm going to zoom back in the comments and find the first person who is in to the major prize draw as well. The first person to comment Jonah Lomu was Nate L. Now, there was another user that commented, but I think the profile was hidden, so not going to be able to contact you. We're going to give it to Nate L, the first public profile there. So well done, Nate. He had the Who Am I first after the first clue. So he won. He's into the draw. And again, let us know how you went with your score. If you enjoy the show, hit like. Let me know your feedback. I want to improve it. And if people enjoyed the show, I will keep bringing it out every single week, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for playing. Hope you had a bit of fun. Have a great week until I see you again. And Lego.